pure front to back. I'm favoring Team Liquid. They have bigger health bars. They have better, just follow-up engage after the initial ones. But LYON, they have more options, I think you could argue.
This is
the kill, but that is Flash.
Yep, and now Audi has tempo on jungle. And in the bot lane, LYON is very happy with what they did. Zeri got a good base off.
And we want to highlight here, I had set it up earlier, but Impact having a rough start to his split here. We took a look at some of the stats as Ale, and he has been struggling, but he might just get a solo kill. Oh no! It's Licorice!
I don't think it's going to be contested or anything. Core knows that they're over on the Dragon right now, so should just be able to grab the grubs, but instead he's actually going to pull off and look for a potential another dive, but Licorice will have his ulti here. Does he
know
have a
what?
biscuit?
Try again. Both ultimates pop. Licorice, World Ender, trying to get that healing back. Impact through the dominance, and Umpty actually gets the E. Nice little spin there. Licorice goes down. Impact gets a kill of his own.
The view was they're just going to be doing grubs, so he's not going to be attacking me.
Ooh, APA could be in trouble right
yeah.
now. He shuffles away, also has a flash, but now he can't help out at the grub, so Umpty's only going to be able to get 2 of them. Whoa. And now Paranoia popped. Adiland jumping in, flashing to follow. Down goes Umpty. Adiland picking up the kill.
That's the combo, man. You know, the Nocturne ult plus Saint ulting there from mid lane. He hit 3. But maybe it pays off big, and what the odds are.
Yeah. Or maybe you just find the engage onto the enemy support. LYON has to flash away. Battle dances to safety and is out of there, but Umpty was looking for it. Or JJ set it up.
Yeah, I would even say Umpty was looking defensively because Varus lost his flash, so Nocturne is going to look him.
I mean, but now he leaves the lane, so there's the engage. LYON in trouble, no flash available. Feats of Warfare claim for a kill to LYON. Henna pops the ultimate. Xerath as well. They got so much damage on the core JJ. Umpty's trying to block the shots. Now he holds it back under the turret.
No.
Henna goes down as APA pushes Saint away from the fight. Team Liquid finds something out of the play.
Wow. Umpty with the scoop. Henna got taken out, but overall that Nocturne looked balanced there. He just one-shot the Varus. He had his Hex plate. He is juiced.
Yeah, he is really strong already. Impact is playing with fire a bit there. Licorice does have flash, does have ulti. Impact's got to be safe, but you can see that the bot lane from TL is running straight down to bot to relieve that pressure. And if Licorice overstays, he could be again caught in a difficult situation.
Ooh, dominance pop. Now Impact wants the fight to happen, but again, just gets popped like a balloon. Licorice giving him the business.
I mean, but the good part is, if Xerath does go side, Azir actually has threat on him. But right now, we see Xerath is staying mid, so that's a good choice by LYON.
So talk to me about like what the comms are like kind of in this situation then, right? So LYON's going to take the second dragon. You know, we now know it's going to be Mountain Soul. They're moving towards, potential soul point on this next dragon. Is that something you expect them to try to fight for?
Well, it looks like they already made the decision here as they're diving LYON yet again. Oh, Summoner spells blown, does not live. LYON with that, just insane trigger pull. Finding these plays. They want more. They're going to go for core. No ultimate available. Umpty is there. Nice little knockup from core JJ. They don't quite have the damage to burst him down as Adi now taking turret. LYON stuck under there. Umpty punishes the second dive. Now Impact comes in from the flank, trying to get onto Henna. Stop him from jumping over that wall. Henna has the flash, makes it, but Impact follows. Well, a couple more autos, and he gets it. Impact with the flank play. And now APA wants some of that action as well. Adi was trying to get away the entire time. Has the flash, sniped by LYON. Team Liquid make the play happen.
Man, I feel like LYON are making such good initial plays, but then always trying to go for more. And they're just overplaying, and now they're going to lose Sage as well.
Another Ixtal's Impact straight into the turret. Oh, bad the worst for LYON. Team Liquid feeling great about this last minute of play.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the play bot is the same thing as top. Like, you already have a successful play. You're already farming plates. You don't need to actually try to redive the Alistar.
Yeah.
You don't even get much for killing the Alistar.
Yeah, I mean, they made the great play, and they just overplayed again. But again, from like the pro player's point of view, if you have the information, you can go for the play. Maybe they thought Skarner wasn't there, and that's why they did it.
I mean, I'm happy to hear you highlight that because we obviously get the benefit of seeing everything. We know
basically like where they finished 4th. It's always this meme, right, about forever 4th. And this is the playoff finish versus the regular season finish after they finish 4th, but Saint gonna get caught.
I mean, immediately, Boosted, you already set it up. Saint has no flash. Yep. APA goes for the flash shuffle on cooldown and finds the play. Can't script it better than that, just like Team Liquid script that 4th place finish because they turn it on, Azale. Boosted, are you even aware of that 4th place meme, or is that before your time?
It's before my time.
Before your time. It was memed. Team Liquid always finish 4th, but when it comes time for the kind of halfway point of the season, or once we get into playoffs, they turn it on, they come online. We're kind of seeing that in this game even.
Yep.
Oh, but LYON not going to take a lane down. They're actually going to go for their own play here into the mid lane. Big damage onto LYON as Henna picks up that kill.
Nowhere is safe for this Varus.
Yeah, I mean,
Alistar's right by his side. Yep.
I think
Alistar's
LYON's going to get a little caught out here. He's actually walking all the way up, so it's not just going to be the ultimate used. He will try and use the regular spells as well. Look at Core on the side right here. Big engage, double knockup. Lights go out. Paranoia. APA trying to keep himself alive, but Adiland still gets on the LYON. Flash use. Licorice gets the AD carry. Impact cannot trade in kind, but they lose Saint. Oh, Team Liquid turning the play on its head. LYON thought they might be able to turn it back, but Impact Frontlines picks up the triple kill. Team Liquid earn the dragon.
That seemed like such a tough approach for LYON, walking with no vision when they're already starting. They don't have eyes on where Core is whatsoever, and you're grouped up in this situation that is kind of guaranteeing TL that front to back. When one CC hits, all the other CCs are going to hit, and Xerath is dead instantly. They're going to look for another engage on Varus.
Still no flash on LYON, and they just get him again. Whoo, LYON have one play, and they're just going to keep running it, man.
Wow.
It's a coup find it if they see it. Umpty now catches Saint. APA's nearby, and there is the Impale. Saint's going to go down. APA with the kill credit. They find a mid laner out of position, and Team Liquid capitalize.
Yeah, he walked a pretty dangerous way. I mean, you look at the vision in the jungle, they have nothing. They have one ward over in the tri-brush on top side, right? So it's instead of walking the kind of more safe long way, he tried to cut through the jungle, gets caught. Now he's dead. Now they're for sure going to go to Otacon.
Doesn't flash even, so now he's going to have to try and teleport back in if LYON contests this, but I think Team Liquid just get the Otacon at this point. LYON are going to take mid turret instead. Oh, turn the lights out. Now maybe they find a play onto Impact as well. Not going to fully dive between the turrets. Instead, just a tier 1.
Quite deep, but they did get the tier 1. Obviously, it's not that good, but they did what they had to do.
Yeah,
they did what they had to do.
It's always tough though. Like when you use Nocturne ult in a play like that, and you
couldn't kill Impact. He didn't burn flash. He didn't have to burn much. He just slice and dices away, and LYON are now in a position where they cannot approach this dragon. Team Liquid have taken back control of the game despite LYON having that early game advantage. So Booster, I want to ask, what's your insight for how, scrims have gone? Because again, we've heard
super
this
fast tempo recalls and the fact that they're cheap, like you're saying. They have the Herald down in bot though, so they are looking like they're going to be able to grab a tier 2 here. LYON are moving over though, so we'll see if they can find an angle.
Yeah, they're trying to clear out the wave. They can defend the turret for a little bit longer, but not indefinitely. It does go down. Team Liquid get their objective, so not playing for the Baron immediately.
It's to be useful.
But this is tough for Henna because Henna's the only one ahead in gold on the team, is constantly trying to get these waves while Team Liquid is grouped up pushing. So you're not even getting that much of it, but Paranoia popped. Team Liquid trying to group up, LYON's on a flank, and instead they're going to go for the 2 members. LYON yet again! Just blown up before the fight can even start. APA trying to get that damage down now. Team Liquid drawing the new battle lines. Impact going hard onto Adi. APA keeping Licorice locked down. Flash it over the wall. Flash followed by Core JJ, and Team Liquid are going to answer in kind. They lose their AD carry. Good death. Oh, okay. Pulverize not going to land. I think it's just fine. Impact now dominating. Team Liquid find a 2-for-1.
Adi's not even respawning for 10 more seconds, so I don't even think they're going to try to bother. Maybe just try to get some vision around the dragon and be able to potentially play for that, but even that is going to be incredibly difficult.
Drop some Fs in chat for LYON. Drop some Ws in chat for Team Liquid, though, because they're, I still think, doing pretty good.
And then maybe they can kill Varus plus Azir at the same time because they'll have a much better pinch angle.
Yeah. But at this point, with the zonies completed on APA, he had the arm guard for that last.
Find that, like, if your AD's playing with this, that the comms kind of change and they can dictate maybe more where people are coming from.
Yeah, for sure. And APA and Core can look over.
Cool.
Okay, well, now we're going on to Impact here. Team Liquid has backup on the top half of the map, and Impact just easily jumps over to them. You cannot lock down the Renekton.
Didn't look as good as going for the Varus, I'll say that much.
Yeah. This is Operation Keep LYON as far away as possible. So that way he is not the target right now.
I mean, honestly, if I was LYON in this game, I feel like Zhonya's low-key would not have been bad.
You know you can focus. Impact, though, I mean, he doesn't have the Paranoia to worry about, but has to pop the Dominus. Xerath ult, big damage. Oh, yeah, hits the blast going for Impact. And now Empty underneath the turret onto Saint, almost just solo kills him with the Baron wave. That cannon is smacking Saint around.
All right. They're in a really tough spot. IE is now finally completed as well. You can see that Henna's going to be working towards probably just like LDR or something next, but the base has already been cracked, and this is going to be very difficult to defend.
Yep, LYON has to choose when they do their last fight because it's not looking good.
Licorice is on the flank, has the World Ender available.
Ult, though, so they have no threat. They have to basically wait for that.
Yeah.
And it feels like The jaws are closing in.
Maybe they're waiting for level 16 on Henna if they can try and get it off of these waves. I'm not sure how close he is, but they lose one Nexus turret here. And Henna does not hit it off of that minion. Yeah, so second execution not going to come through, so Audioland does not want to go for the dive. APA with that ultimate available is hard to get on top of. LYON are going to have to catch the wave under their one remaining Nexus turret. Team Liquid putting the final touches on this game as they will take the last bot lane turret. And big engage from Umpty. Hits the Impale onto the front line. Licorice is going to go down. LYON gets revenge! A kill for the AD carry that's been focused all game to close things out. APA on a killing spree. The carries fall for LYON. It's Audi and it's Saint left alive to watch their turret fall. Team Liquid will take the game. LYON will falter.
GG guys.
Yep.
Padding the stats a little bit here. Team Liquid, solid work right there. Incredible comeback after LYON
coming in from Melio, and you do have that safety of the ultimate always there. But double AD carry, plus you kind of have this enchanter here to buff them both up. You can use your W to extend for Henna. So I am thinking he's going to be going pretty heavily into lethality.
Goes for another aggressive trade, gets hooked by Core JJ, who predicted it. LYON, big damage, as he's just stacking up all the Rens. And then LYON's both having to walk away.
Yep, they are going to be able to.
Umpty, he went for an invade, and Audioland catches him in the jungle.
Oh, no.
Umpty getting punished right now in the 1v1. Can he somehow turn it around? The Q cooldown. First blood to Umpty.
Conqueror stacks up, and in those extended trades, Henna's going to have to actually flash out of there. No barrier, no flash. I was going to say teams going into Fearless, especially when we get towards playoffs and best of fives, you know, APA hasn't been playing any of the melee champs. They are still quite powerful. How will they deal with that? But LYON looking to contest this dragon.
Yeah, Team Liquid are starting it off. Henna getting some good damage onto LYON there. APA is level 7, though. Can be the carry. Petrifying Gaze lands onto Audioland. Umpty gets another kill as LYON will save his support's life. Team Liquid can still look for more, though. Core JJ does not want to go for it. Team Liquid will just take the dragon and the kill.
Yeah, and LYON hitting 6 there forced the flash out of Henna because then he just ults in.
Plus the dragon, 2 kills onto the jungler who's on Pantheon and can bring that gold anywhere on the map at very short notice. Team Liquid in full control right now, but mid lane we're actually making a play onto APA. Talk about 100-0. APA was not ready for that Glacial Prison.
Yeah, APA gets punished pretty big time there though, but
Licorice in trouble. Yeah, he has the flash available, but he is taunted up, stunned up, big damage. Team Liquid will follow the flash. Licorice will throw down the equalizer, but there's just no escape. Umpty will miss a couple of Qs, but it's just a matter of inevitability. Feats of Warfare claim that's 3.
Something really weird happens, but he's going to be feeling good about that. You can see LYON working towards his first item.
Could be in trouble. Has the flash available, has the barrier as well. Uses one, will he use the other? Miasma keeping him in place. APA picking up the kill.
Yeah. Not a lot of way to get out, and I think it was absolutely correct to not flash because you saw that TL, as they're going for this pick, are walking past him to where he would flash, so Umpty's walking to the other side of him, so even if you flash from that spot for some more gold.
But instead, it's actually mid lane. LYON already used the flash, and Audioland getting himself on the board. Pantheon ult comes in, but not in time. Team Liquid cannot keep LYON alive.
Or he's just straight up not there. Then that is going to look pretty good for you. You can see Henna there again, just kind of dashing in. You know, gets the passive damage from that Melio. Proxy electrocute, but APA pretty tanky here with that roll already stacking. So Cassio's not that easy to chip out. Has pretty good sustain too.
Yeah, working towards that second item. Big spike there as Team Liquid are controlling around the Herald. LYON actually get the Scuttle Crab though, so they'll spot this going down. Do they want to contest? They have equalizer. They have a lot of flashes available, but instead they're going for the bottom lane play here. So Saint going to take the turret. That means that the rest of the team might not want to go for this fight. Hard engage here onto Henna. Locked down, knocked up, taken out of the fight. That's the objective, plus a kill for LYON. Saint teleports in, but a little late. Core JJ flies over the top, straight onto the equalizer now. Licorice roasting everybody! The Rumble shows up massive in the fight. It's still going, because again, LYON was getting chased when we went to the pause, and he's barbecued as well. That's 3 on the board for Licorice.
And just like that, Licorice is going to be, you know, big man on campus. He just got a lot of gold. They're going to be able to push down mid lane here and get probably the full tower. I don't think that Saint's going to be able to actually stop them because they have 5 grubs, 2 members here knocking this down. So TL will be able to get some gold back here. But this went from, you know, a nice little advantage. It was 1.4K for TL.
Yeah, he won't have the flash though, so wherever he goes, he's going to be stuck there for a little bit here. LYON currently have their front to back drawn. Lions as the Melio trying to buy all that space for them. Big shield. And that's the breath of life. Henna now back up into the fight. In goes Umpty, but he's just taken out immediately. Popped like a balloon. Team Liquid have no jungler for the dragon fight. Adi should be a free smite right here as Team Liquid maybe go for something afterwards. But they got to run away now, getting chased down by LYON, going for the hunt. Big flash, Quadra taunt from Impact isn't going to be enough as Team Liquid's damage dealers are trying to do what they can. APA's got to be the hero, but instead it's Saint. Double kill for the Corki. APA still alive, gets the shutdown. The carries are dead on LYON.
If they're playing it like that, they need to be, more coordinated on when that engage goes through.
And Adilan here, despite getting put down early, has made a lot of big impact plays, making another one here onto APA. Double Petrifying Gaze. He's stacking up the Conqueror. Saint's going to have to do all the damage here, but APA is actually short through Adilan. Not enough, not fast enough. Saint with the shutdown.
Yeah, and you can tell they got a little bit nervous about some potential counterplay coming through, so Licorice actually TP'd up there as well. As soon as that Sejuani ult missed, he immediately started TPing. Maybe they didn't have the exact timer on Pantheon ult, for example, which is just coming up right now, so maybe they're thinking, oh crap, Pantheon ult's going to come through, and we need the extra man here, or this fight could go bad. Galio they saw on the bot side, so that wouldn't have been the play, but definitely could have been something like this. Now TL going to try to make a play on the other side of the map here. They are over here on Otacon, but they're tanking up that drain, which is not only going to deal damage to you and cut your resistances, it is healing it up. This time it looks like it will just be a trade on the other side of the map, so they're going to get the tier 1 in mid very likely, and the tier 2 top, so that is a lot of gold here going over to LYON. Still, Otacon is pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely not bad.
It can set up a lot of plays, but it's going to be 3 minutes still that Baron. They won't be able to use it for that fight. So I don't know exactly what Team Liquid's going to get from this.
I mean, you just try to force, right? But this is kind of the issue now with the GA Otacon. I think it is significantly weaker than the other one. His third item right before this, so there's not going to be any challenge at the Dragon for LYON. They are just pushing up top lane, trying to establish vision control here around the Baron that's about to spawn. But it does mean you gave TL their third Dragon for free, which does mean one more mistake, one pick, one bad smite, and they do get Soul, which absolutely gives TL. You can see Saint is going to have his LDR very soon. Henna looks like he's going to be going towards IE very likely, which is a long ways off. Yeah. But is a really high damage build.
Still doing damage right now onto Yan, but Petrifying Gaze. APA playing hero for his AD carry. Yan gets the kill. LYON lose their damage as Yan getting roasted. Saint is there. The rocket snipe onto Yan. Core in trouble now as Licorice is showing that he also can provide that damage per second for the team. One more rocket. LYON gets it with the flame spitter. Team Liquid lose 2 as LYON find another play.
Yeah, nicely done there by LYON. They do, and we are back to fighting.
Ooh, and we're glacial prisoning onto Umpty. Flash away from the Pantheon, has the team with him. APA is there for the damage. Now Adilan might be in trouble, but the equalizer goes down. Umpty in trouble. Licorice gets another kill and is dominating this game. 6-1. Team Liquid now might find him. Flash over the wall. Licorice answers in kind. Gets back to safety. No equalizer, but the Flame Spitter will still do a lot of damage. Team Liquid are going to try and reapproach here. They do not have their jungler, but they have impact on the flank. APA and Yan trying to position aggressively to get some damage threats down as Baron is the focus. Here comes Impact. They got Henna. Team Liquid's carries are doing it. Licorice falls as well. Yan gets the shutdowns as APA will continue chasing onto Adilan. Shut down to the mid laner. Double kill to the AD carry. Team Liquid will steal the Baron.
They're going to be able to grab
extra movement speed in the river here for Team Liquid. LYON have to be very careful on their approach. There's really not an easy target because if they go in to the fight, Impact has that flank. If they go into Impact, he's tanky. Equalizer goes down, big damage. Umpty actually getting roasted, but instead it's actually Adilan that will fall first. Jungler down for LYON, and Team Liquid will get the Dragon Soul.
Yeah, they're going to be able to grab this no problem there. I really wish that LYON just kind of went through mid, got one wave, or even just part of a wave for Licorice. You can see as he walked by, he got like 1 minute of experience, hit 16, and the equalizer was not placed very well. I do think he's been playing a great game, but he kind of put it right against the wall, so it was only on APA, and then as he steps back, there's no threat on anyone else, and now TL are really going to reap the rewards here. Going to be pushing up through bot, through mid, taking down these towers, extending the gold lead, and it is going to be very tough for LYON to be able to come back from here. But we'll see if they can kind of just stabilize, for their hopes. They really just have to try to defend the base, keep them off of these inhibitors, continue farming, and hopefully you can find an advantageous engage later on.
LYON have been, advantage on the map here, and actually they're going to go for another play, teleporting in. They're locking down Adilan, who just doesn't have the team close enough to back him up. Adi's down again.
Yeah, Audie's going to be down again. You can see they're just trying to TP out of there just to survive. They are going to be able to do it, but can LYON get out?
Yeah, Umpty had the flash available, but not going to commit onto it. And LYON just lose their jungler and will try and catch waves.
I mean, Henna finally completes that IE, so that is something, but you're looking over at APA. He's almost done his 5th full item, and you just got your 3rd. Henna is just so far behind the pace of the game at this point that he's really not been threatening whatsoever. You know, 2.5K down on what LYON is pretty rough.
And I think LYON learned his lesson from the last game the QSS completed. He's like, all right, if I'm going to be the focus, I'm going to actually survive. As now Core JJ focusing on the engage. Team Liquid with the flank from APA. Lions will fall at their turret. Team Liquid do not care. Diving between them, double kill to LYON, and they get the clean ace. Team Liquid with a roaring statement here to start off the group stage versus LYON. Put our names back in that conversation. The game versus DSG was an anomaly, not the new norm. Team Liquid play it clean in game 2, get all the early objectives, and there's just only Audi left here to try and defend the base. You just know a Sejuani is not going to be enough. Team Liquid, take your victory lap. GG!
End the game now. End the game.
Oh, no.
Let him die. Good job.
Let me die?
Oh? No. No. Let's.
Solid work from Team Liquid right there.